Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another Love Bite. Gemini, let's see what are the messages here for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Gemini Spirit, messages for Gemini. Alright, Gems, 3 cards for the first person. 10 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Sun card. All right, second person, Ace of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. Mutual energies, King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Bottom of my deck, I have a Queen of Cups in reverse. I think somebody here doesn't know that their person loves them. Maybe they feel the love is lost and what's the point? I was waiting for them to return, be honest with me, but that hasn't happened. They're taking my love for granted. But what they don't know is that the person who they're thinking of, I think they want everything. They want the happily ever after. They are wanting to go towards their person who they find very, very attractive. They see their person as the sunshine of their life. So let's see what's going to happen. Of course, I'm going to clarify these cards for you, Gemini. But before that, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then we'll clarify the rest. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? And we'll take a few more from a third deck, Gems. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? And Gemini, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, always on my mind and in my heart. Yes, that's you. Forever. Always and forever. I don't like to admit it, but I could really use your help right now. I'm struggling to do everything alone. I want to protect you, steal your smiles, stop your tears, and wake up to kiss you every morning. I want to show you that you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. My mind is in turmoil, trying to figure out how I can fix the mess I've made. I'm suffering from sleepless nights and feeling very low and anxious. The ball is in your court now, as I've done everything I can to get this connection to move along, until you come forward now with your feelings and put the wheels in motion. It drives me crazy when you behave like a spoiled child who takes my love for granted. Yes, I love you unconditionally, but I'm not your parent, and quite frankly, your behavior takes the piss at times. You need to act like an adult for our relationship to work. The silence is so unbearable between us. I wonder if you're punishing me because of the 3D challenges, or did I push you away due to believing the obstacles in our lives were too great to overcome? I surrender and trust in God and divine timing. If it's meant to be, it will be. I will never love another like I love you. I'm so embarrassed over my actions. I get nervous to call you. I don't want you to ignore me. I appreciate the lessons you taught me. All right, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading. I'm going to first focus on the first line, which is person A for me. Then we'll move to the second line, person B. And newcomers, please remember, you could be either one of them if this is your reading, and these are not gender-based. All right, so person A, let's start with you. What's the 10 of Cups in your feelings, energy? What's the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Wands and the Sun energy? One more. Yeah, I think person A, I think at one time they did want something long term with the other person, but they feel that nothing moved. Nothing really moved in this connection. I really thought that this was going to be my forever person, my happily ever after. We could have a family together, but nothing really moved here, Omkara Tarot, till I figured out maybe, it's over. Maybe this is not my soulmate. I'm supposed to move on with somebody or something else. Yeah, this person, I really thought they loved me, but they took my love for granted. They didn't express their emotions to me. They were just keeping me stuck here emotionally without offering me anything, always be blowing hot and cold with me. But the good part is, in all this time, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that I don't have to chase anybody. This person was not on the same page as me. They were pretending to be my true counterpart, but they weren't. They were just being rude and mean and stubborn and arrogant. And here I was being loving and compassionate and thinking we are going to be together. We are a perfect match. But this person was in reverse, right? So they never took a risk. I never got a new beginning with them. I was the one who was trying. Finally, I gave up. So right now, I think person A is manifesting a brand new life for themselves. They're no longer stuck on this connection anymore. They've learned their lesson. They've been through their hermit time, and they've realized that, once two people are not on the same page, one person doesn't have to carry all the heavy wands. They can just, close that chapter, not put in any more energy, put in any more work. So from heartbreak, I think person A has emerged as to having their confidence back. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I think for a long time, person A was keeping themselves secluded or, not venturing out or not moving on because they were hoping that their person would return. But right now, I do sense that they are moving towards their own happiness. I said that and the Nine of Cups came out. So yeah, person A says, yeah, I'm now focused on, I've learned my lesson. I have to first fill my own 9 cups, then move towards, somebody who will offer me a full cup of love, somebody who will be there for me to offer me a partnership. I'm not going to, I don't have to fight for somebody's attention or compete for their attention. So maybe this is a lesson learned, Omkara Tarot. I'm not waiting around for anyone. In fact, I'm more confident than ever before. I'm sitting in my power and I'm manifesting beautiful things into my life. Okay, so person B, how are you feeling about this? Ace of Swords. Oh, they've come to some kind of clarity. Oh my God, and it's given them the shock of their life. The clarity this person has come to is that I lost out. I lost out on a 10 of Pentacles, something that could have been long-lasting, something that could have gone the long haul. My God, they've lost out on the person who was giving them unconditional love. This person could have lied, cheated, ghosted. Maybe the other person caught them. Maybe they were keeping their options open. Maybe they never came forward with, any stable offer. They never put the work in. And now the shock of realizing what they've lost. They feel the other person has dropped them, given up on them. So yes, when soulmates come into your life, both people have to learn a lesson, right? So even person B has been having a spiritual awakening as to why the other person got unstuck from them. Now all they can think about is, oh, that was my soulmate. I wish I could go back to them. I wish I could rekindle things with them. I wish I could heal things with them. I mean, this person, all they can think about is, how do I heal things? How do I, have a reunion with them? How do I get unstuck from the situation I find myself in? I think this person has now had that awakening that this was my soulmate who I want to go back to. This person is sitting in a lot of sadness, a lot of regret, shame, guilt, remorse. Why? Why the 5 of Cups? Why are you in the 5 of Cups? Because they lost out on a 10 of Pentacles. And that's a big thing to, realizing that this was the partner sent to you from the universe and you lose it. That means the rest of your life you'll be grieving. That's what at least person B feels. They are regretting losing out on a chance to have something long term. Okay, so let's see what mutual energies you guys have then. For the first person who has done the giving up and saying, now I'm focusing on myself, that person says, I did love them. I did love them, but they never opened up their emotions to me. All they wanted was passion and nothing else. I don't want to be juggled. I don't want to be in a connection where I'm always playing the guessing game. Now they love me, now they don't. Do they want passion? Do they want love? I can't deal with that kind of a situation. All they did was come towards me with passion, and that's something I'm not interested in. If that's all they're going to get, from their end, I'm releasing this connection. I'm moving towards, like I already said, Omkaratarot, making all my own dreams and wishes come true. I'm filling my own 9 cups now. I was totally depleted, giving, giving, giving. I said that again. It came out, Queen of Cups in reverse. So person is emphasizing on the fact that they were depleted because they overgave of themselves, while the other person, I think they were waiting for the other person to, okay, I'll give them a chance. Maybe they'll, come to the realization. Maybe they'll get enlightened to this connection. Maybe they'll come and speak their truth. I don't think any of that happened. So, okay, person B, what about you? What do these 3 cards mean for you? King of Cups, well, they have realized they have emotions, but they also realize that after what they did, they may not get forgiveness. This person has been watching, they've been spying, and they've been obsessively watching person A, trying to find out, I hope they haven't moved on to a passionate, brand new beginning now. I don't think they've taken any action yet. Why? Maybe they were waiting for the other person to reach out, or they feel that if I reach out first, yeah, that's what they're saying. If I reach out first and they start talking about the way I treated them, like an option in my life, why I didn't offer commitment, why I didn't step up, why I didn't do right by them, why was I not focused on building this, why did I not give them a cup of love? This person doesn't have the courage to answer those questions. So they are very frustrated. They're very, very frustrated. They feel if only the other person would reach out first, that would make things better for me. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Yeah, so they are still trying to be a bit controlling. They're still trying to pretend that I don't care, I'm happy in my own life, only because they are worried that the other person has given up on them. They don't want to come back and, be the first ones to reach out and then look like a fool. Basically, which tells me that either they are still being stubborn or still wanting to control things, or they feel they're not as powerful as maybe they implied they were. They are feeling insecure. They feel now the other person has become strong and they are powerful and they have the capacity to break my heart now. So all they're doing is stressing, having stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. So at least this weekend, I feel they're watching, spying, but I don't think they have the courage to be the first one to reach out. So Queen of Cups in reverse. Why the Queen of Cups in reverse as the overall energy spirit? Yeah, this is person A who says they were selfish and they are still being selfish because they're disrespecting me. They never offered me anything. They took my love for granted. This person who always behaved like this Omkaratarot, and they're still continuing to behave selfishly by still not coming and treating me right. So why should I have to wait for them? I'm going to turn my life around. I'm going to move on towards a new 2 of Cups. I'm going to make my own decisions. Yeah, it would make anyone angry. And yes, person A is upset and angry. Okay, so they're holding back now. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.